What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks NBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 3 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight. As always, excited to get into it, guys. Wasn't able to get some content out this weekend, but we were grinding in the VIP, and we did have a big weekend. So I do want to just kind of bring those wins up here for you guys. Looking to get back into the grind here this week, but this weekend, some tickets I sent in, were able to cash in a 6-man. Myself was able to turn 400 into 10,000 there on the left side on Saturday. We had a big day, and then on the right side, I had sent in a 5-star 6-man that I I'm sorry, a 5-star 2-man, I should say, that I really liked with the Hayward and Williams fantasy there. Turned 15 into 45 there. In college basketball action on Friday was a slate that I absolutely loved with these picks. Had 4 picks that I was really high on. 3 of the 4 hit, so we mixed and matched every single 2-man combination. Obviously, that's going to end in profit, so you see 3 $5 into $1,500 tickets there and some college basketball action. We got March Madness coming up here soon, so I'm excited for that. And then some near wins. It could have really been a big weekend on Saturday. This was the other 6-man that I had sent in. Almost hit there. We went 5-1. And then on Friday, when Prizepicks was running that 30x promo, we were almost able to hit on a 6-man as well. It all came down to Anthony Davis. Everyone had a hit in that late game, the 1040 slot game, and he just did not get the job done. And some members cash in with me as well. Want to give them a shout out. The Xavier Tillman, Draymond Green, Jalen Williams, Gordon Hayward combo on the left side there for DFS Pickmaker, turning 15 into 150 in the middle. Mom and Pop, you can see cashing in on a $5 6-man, turning that 5 into 125. And on the right side there, same for Dream Chaser, turning that 5 into 125 with that 6-man that I had sent in, as you can see on the screen now. So, great weekend over there in the VIP, guys. If you have not joined, would love to have you join. I'm going to continue to provide this free content to you guys as much as possible. I do think I'm going to try to get some March Madness videos out for you guys as well. If you are interested in that, let me know below in the comments. If you want to see some college basketball picks, like I said, I'm starting to get locked in on those as well. And if you have not become a premium content member, you can do so down below in the description. It's patreon.com/KJK_DFS. The VIP member package is going to give you what I just displayed as far as all the value alerts, every single one of my own personal tickets, the core play tiers, the play of the day. You get access to every single channel. So as you can see, this was the tickets that I sent in. So I'm going to send them in. I'm going to give a 4 to 5-star. Typically, 4 stars rating is going to be 1 unit. 5 stars is going to be 2 units. So when I'm really confident in a play. So this is the first one. This was the one we went 5-1 on where we weren't able to quite cash in this 5-star 2-man. As you can see, I had sent that in to the members, cash in on that one. And then this was the beauty that we hit for the 6-0 sweep here. 4-star unit, 1 unit play for the 6-man. So check that out if you're interested. You get the winner circle. You get a whole lot more. The VIP play of the day. We were able to cash in with that with the Jalen Williams and the Nikola Jokic points and rebounds. It's a prop that I was really high on the day before. So starting to heat up over there. Hopefully that trend does continue. Obviously, you're not going to win every single day, but if you stay consistent, you manage your bankroll properly, I feel very, very confident that the VIP member package is going to offer you a ton of value. So check that out if you're interested. If you're more of a casual player, you're not so serious, that's probably not the right option for you. Just check out the free content. If you do enjoy this free content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I uploaded. It's free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It does greatly help me out, and I'll be here helping you guys with these videos for free all NBA season long. So trying to get these up to 500 likes. Back on the grind, like I said, the premium, if you're really looking to get serious, would highly recommend. If you're just looking to have some fun, play some Prizepicks entries, watch some games with some friends, family, all that fun stuff, I totally understand, and that's why I do these videos for free. So we'll talk about it. We are going to use the VIP research tab actually today to break down this video because I kind of already deep dove into why I like these plays for you guys. I got 3 fantasy picks props for you today that hopefully shouldn't be bumped for you. And we will start with this Indiana Pacers Detroit Pistons game. This game comes in with a 226 over-under. It is a 3.5-point spread in favor of the Indiana Pacers. So it is expected to stay close. It is expected to be, decently paced here. And the Pistons are very, very short-handed. So, like I said, we're going to give you a little sneak behind the paywall today. I figured, why not? We'll just pull up the Discord of what I've already kind of broken down for the squad here today for the VIP. And Killian Hayes and Isaiah Livers are 2 guys that I want to talk about. Why? Because the Pistons are without a ton of guys today. So we'll go through the list as far as the guys that are going to be out for the Detroit Pistons. Jaden Ivey's out. Marvin Bagley's out. Alec Burks is out. Isaiah Stewart's out. Bojan Bogdanovic is out. Hamidou Diallo is out. Cade Cunningham is out. Which has led to some seriously increased usage for guys and increased playing time. No surprise. When your team's that hurt, you're going to see a lot more minutes. So, Killian Hayes is the first guy I'd like to discuss. Last game out, he saw 37 minutes on the floor. He was 7 for 17 from the field. The usage went way up as far as what he was able to produce at. 6 rebounds, 13 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 17 points. And the usage rate did climb way up. In that game, we saw Killian Hayes play 36.9 minutes. He displayed a 26.6% usage rate with a 1.29 fantasy point per minute rate. Now, if you compare that to his season-long averages as far as his fantasy point per minute production, it is not nearly as good from a season-long aspect. Killian Hayes is typically a 20% usage guy. He only has 0.94 fantasy points per minute. And then you factor in that he only plays 26.9 minutes per game typically. Obviously, he is in a much different role than he was prior to all of these injuries. So we saw him go out there and have a huge game. And I do expect that trend to continue. Like I said, forced into bigger minutes. The fantasy point production, just kind of talked about it, all the way up to a 1.29 fantasy point per minute rate. You can see a little breakdown here. The same Indiana team, too. It's the same exact matchup. He had 26.6 usage rate, 1.29 fantasy point per minute. He typically only has 20, 0.94. And he typically only plays 26.9 minutes per game. Now he's got a much more expanded role. So I do want to be targeting his fantasy score here today. 32.5 over here on Prizepicks. He put up 47.7 last time out in this role. Now, am I saying he's going to put up 47.7 again? Well, not necessarily, but I do have him projected in the mid to upper 30s. And they do have his line only set at 32.5. So pick number 1, we're going with the over 32.5 fantasy score here for Killian Hayes. That would be pick number 1. Just explained it. Very short-handed, playing a ton of minutes. The role is way different than what it typically has been for him. So these are all the reasons I like that. And then pick number 2, we're going to stick in the same game with the same situation. So like I said, not a lot of bodies here. You see Killian Hayes, Magruder, Livers, Omar Yari, James Wiseman, and then the bench is very short as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on the bench. And last time out, we saw Killian Hayes play a bunch of minutes and get an expanded role. We also saw Isaiah Livers in the same sort of predicament. He played 38 minutes, 7 for 20 from the field. He put up 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 4 steals, and 18 points. So he had a big fantasy point game. And once again, we're seeing him with a much more expanded role in that game. He played 37.6 minutes. He put up 1.16 fantasy points per minute. That is extreme difference compared to what his season-long rate is. I'm talking about a 0.61 fantasy point per minute guy with only a 12% usage rate, and he only plays about 22.4 minutes per game on the season. So obviously that is night and day rates compared to what he just put up last time out. He's in a much different role. And once again, I do think that Prizepicks has kind of given us a pretty friendly line, all of these things considered. 24.5 fantasy score. He put up 43 last time out. Once again, is he necessarily going to put up 43? Maybe not, but 24.5. Do I think he can go out there and put up over 25 fantasy points? I absolutely do. I've got him projected in the upper 20s. Indiana's been really bad against the small forward position as well, giving up 34 fantasy points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, 6.7 field goals per game to opposing. And then, like I just said, he's playing 35.3 minutes in the last 3 games as compared to only 25 minutes over a 23-game sample size earlier in the season. So just kind of talked about it. Detroit dealing with a ton of injuries. It's definitely a situation we can capitalize on. Like I said, every single one of these guys is out. They're very short-handed. We saw these 2 guys play massive minutes last time out, and I'm expecting more of the same. So I do feel comfortable targeting both of them. Once again, 32.5, 24.5. I don't feel like these lines have been inflated enough to where they should be with all these things considered. The increased minutes, the increased usage, as I just did say. So pick number 2, we're going with the over 24.5 for Isaiah Livers as far as his fantasy score is concerned. And then pick number 3, I got another situation that I want to talk about. It's going to be the Miami Heat taking on the Utah Jazz. This game has a 226.5 over-under, 117 implied team total for the Miami Heat. 7.5 point spread, and I want to discuss Bam Adebayo because he's seen an extreme hit on his usage since Kevin Love has been added to this team. So I pulled up the numbers already sent this into the Discord, like I said, as far as the research is concerned. But Kevin Love being on the floor has dropped Bam Adebayo from being a 1.17 fantasy point per minute producer to just a 0.92 fantasy point producer with Kevin Love on the floor. We can pull up the numbers here. You can see I've got the queued up Kevin Love. We're talking about a 158-minute sample size for Bam Adebayo. His usage rate's displaying at a 24% usage rate, but he's only putting up 0.92 fantasy points per minute. You look at his season-long rates, that is a lot worse than what his season-long is. 1.17 fantasy points per minute on the entire season. So it's very clear that with Kevin Love being on the floor, he's stealing some rebounds, he's stealing some production, some usage, etc. away from Bam Adebayo. And the production has taken a major hit. And he has to take on a Utah Jazz team tonight that's been one of the best teams in the entire league against the center position. As far as the Utah Jazz are concerned, they're the second best. They're only allowing 26.4 fantasy points per game to opposing center starters, only 4 field goals per game, only 6.8 rebounds per game. So all these things factored in. Like I said, Kevin Love's really clearly been cutting into Bam Adebayo's usage. His fantasy point per minute rate has dropped in a very significant way. And I do think his fantasy point prop line is too inflated over here on Prizepicks today. 39.5 fantasy score line. He has not cleared this in each of the last 3 games. 2 of those games, he hasn't even come close, only putting up in the low 20s. And I do have him projected in the low to mid 30s from a base projection aspect, with his 4 being in the 20s. And like I said, the fact that Utah's been so good defensively against the center position, the fact that Kevin Love is expected to go in this game, and with Kevin Love on the floor, these numbers just have not been as good for Mr. Bam Adebayo. These are all things that I want to be considering. Kevin Love's been out there for like 20 minutes a game, but on the floor, sharing the floor with Bam, like I said. Clearly cutting into his usage. Bam has just not been doing it lately. And then you add in that the Utah Jazz are the second best team against the center position. I do think we can take advantage and go with the under 39.5 fantasy score here. I think he's going to end up, being more towards like a mid-30s fantasy score guy very soon here on the Prizepicks board. So take advantage while you can. Going with the under 39.5 fantasy score here for Bam Adebayo, and that will be my 3 picks to get you winning some money over on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like I said, if you have not checked out the premium content packages, I've been giving out a lot of fantasy score props on the channel just because those tend to be the ones I can give out to you guys without bumps being occurred. Like, I can give you a bunch of picks that have already been bumped and say, oh, I got it in before the bump. It's not really going to give you guys as much value, so that's why I do it the way I do. I try to give you guys, either if I can get the video out early with some picks that may get bumped, but I can say like, hey, this is probably going to get bumped. Get it in ASAP. I do that as much as I can. But the fantasy score props tend to be ones I can give out to you guys for free that hopefully you can lock in with no bump. So that's kind of a little explanation there. But that's all from me in this one, guys. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.